Hello and welcome to Flappity Flap Podcast. This is your host, Brandon and Sarah.
Yo.
Yo.
Yo. Trying to be street.
Cool. Is that as far as you've gotten?
That's pretty much it. That's as far as I've gotten in the manual. The street speak for dummies.
That's probably a thing.
Oh, I bet.
They do
bet
have
my life on it. I'd bet your life on it.
You wouldn't do that.
No, I wouldn't. That would be shitty. So now that we're gorged on sketty and meatballs, and donuts, and what else have we been living on? Girl Scout cookies, donut holes, Entenmann's donut holes and donuts, and Girl Scout cookies.
All the healthy stuff.
Samoas, Thin Mints, and s'mores. And then sketty and meatballs to top off a health-conscious day.
Oh, yeah.
What I wanted to talk about today was a topic.
Picking your nose, huh?
It itches, okay? Wasn't picking it. I didn't come back with anything.
Okay, it's just you stuck your finger up in there.
It really itched inside.
Like if you see a cartoon character picking their nose, you know how their fingers...
Yeah, you can see the bulge of their knuckle inside their nose.
Yeah, like at least a knuckle deep.
Yeah, I'd say I was only the short knuckle deep. And it's because it itched.
Okay.
It's really itchy today. I wanted to talk about a subject that's very... What are you doing? You trying to smell your upper lip? Why? I thought you were gonna. You look like you were gonna respond.
Nothing.
Okay. Well, this topic is very near and dear to my heart, which is Catholic baptisms. Am I right? All right. Anyway, a Catholic priest has resigned after getting one word wrong at thousands of baptisms.
What?
Thousands.
What a job.
Yeah.
Dunking babies.
Well, I mean, I just picture their little heads being dunked in coffee, before
like
a chunk
donuts.
being bitten out of them.
Wow, that's disturbing. You have a sick mind.
A pink sprinkled baby head,
I can picture it. I don't want anything to do with it, but I can picture it.
Well, this gentleman, and just to be clear, this isn't all he does. I mean, he's a priest. He's not just doing drive-through baptisms or whatever, But he is a Roman Catholic priest, Andres Arango, in Arizona. He resigned from his parish.
Arango.
In the beginning of February, after it was discovered he'd been using the wrong word.
A word, Arango.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that.
It's not that good.
That poor
you
man.
laughed so much.
It's perfect.
I'm
and the
happy
way you did it,
we're happy.
you were just you dragged it out. Arango?
Like I'm so clever.
It was good, though. Oh my gosh, Andres. You really fucked up this time, didn't you?
So he was saying a word wrong.
Okay, so I wanted to find what the whole...
Phrase?
Yeah, what the whole baptism phrase is. So hold on a second.
The whole magical spell? Or
Baptism, catechism,
what would you call it?
Is that what it's called? Sacrament, maybe?
Sacrament.
Oh my gosh, come on, you know what I mean.
Curse this baby.
Curse you.
I curse this baby in the name of Baal or some other
is that like
Diablo
a
2
character?
Yeah, but
fuck off.
they're actually from biblical.
Oh.
Would you call it lore? What would you call biblical?
I wouldn't call it lore.
Would you call it biblical history? I don't want to offend anybody.
God. Okay. Biblical.
I mean,
the Bible.
Lore can be real, right?
I feel like the
I don't know so many things.
Is that it's myth or something.
Okay.
Anyway, I can't fucking find it. I mean, basically, I think it's supposed to say, I baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit or something. Mm-hmm. But instead, he was saying, we baptize you. But the importance behind that is that it's not the community baptizing the child or whoever, because I think you can be baptized even in the Catholic Church at any age. But that I and the priest is, or reverend or whatever, is, I guess a priest, basically doing it on behalf of Christ, Christ or God or whatever it says it's really Christ himself working through that person who's baptizing
So that's why
human.
it's significant?
Yeah. So, and I think because the eye is like an approved official by supposedly people who know.
So are people like coming out of the woodwork going, you know, you gave my life bad luck, so I'm suing you?
No, I think they investigated him. I think
Really?
higher ups investigated him because I think
Like the
congregant, maybe. I think a congregant, you know, like a member of his congregation.
Or the bishops? Or the rooks?
Who
or the
knew.
queen?
Just stop for a second. Stop. Just close your mouth. Close your mouth. Close it. I think a congregant noticed and knew the words and like brought it to someone higher up, someone higher up's attention.
So
They investigated him. You know, maybe they were like hiding behind the curtain when he did one, like, we're going to catch him in the act. We're going to catch him red-handed. And he was saying,
was this gentleman doing it on purpose?
Yeah, he really wanted those babies to go to hell. He doesn't like babies. That's why he took the job. No, he just fucked up, okay? Because he's a human being.
Really?
Bean. So it happened before in 2020. There was another priest who had the same issue. And it's like, I mean, put out a fucking memo, you know? Like, how hard is it? There has to be like a Vatican email distribution list. And all the priests better read their Vatican emails every week. And that's, you know,
and you
important.
know how serious it is reading a line wrong. It's like when Ash read the Necronomicon wrong. You know?
Do you remember what the line was?
I don't remember.
He was very blasé about it.
I think it was some, you know, it was not English, so I don't remember it. And I think that's why he also didn't remember it. And he spoke something similar to it.
But he knew it was fucking important.
Yeah, but he's a bonehead.
Yeah. I don't know why I, wasn't thinking about that. He really is. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so he summoned all the demons instead of banishing them or something?
Yeah, he's pretty much, responsible for all of it, isn't he? Isn't that kind of how that works? Kind of how the movie worked?
I've only seen that one, Army of Darkness, and then the show.
Army of Darkness and...
So what's the first one? How many are there movies? Are there 3 movies?
It's been a while since I've seen the first one. There's Army of Darkness, I think, is like the sequel to... Fuck, I can't remember.
The Evil Dead?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, so that was bad. I think in reality, this is not as bad because I was looking it up because I was thinking so are all those babies fucked? Like they just go to hell? You know?
I don't think that's how that works.
Well, because if any died before they found this out and get it corrected, because I thought that was, I won't say the lore. I thought that was kind of the rule, which is if you don't get baptized and then you die, you go to hell.
I feel like most people wouldn't stress about it except for maybe the very religious folks.
I think, and then I was looking it up and it was it used to be that the church said that anyone who's or baptized, or babies at least, would go to purgatory, which it kind of sounds like purgatory's not that bad. I thought, or limbo. I don't know if that's the same.
Limbo was supposed to be basically like hell.
The same. No, because I think...
I mean, not...
No, I think it's you're
stuck in a line.
It's kind of an unresolved... It seems like it's kind of an unresolved place where you're stuck, but it's still happy, is the way I just read it. Because I thought so, too.
Really?
I thought limbo was you're confused, you're stuck, you're not with your loved ones, which still might be the case.
Like a line, like you're in line at Walmart or something.
No, that's hell.
Well, that's limbo.
No, that's fucking hell.
I don't know about that. I think
anywhere in or around Walmart. Walmart?
I think hell you're getting brutal.
BF'd with a flaming trident or something in Walmart.
I'm pretty sure horrible things is what they say.
Well, so I guess they're saying it's not really that God looks inside of you. There was some other wording they used. God looks inside of you to see your commitment to him. But the baptism is an outward sign of your commitment to him.
I thought all babies were pure.
Mm-mm.
Really?
Well, from our view, they would be. But the opposite
until
is
they're
kind
messed
of...
up by their parents or whatever
society,
chemical imbalances they have. Or...
Sure.
Sorry, I'll let you continue.
It's actually the opposite because babies are born with original sin. And then that
the original sin.
The original. There's just one. And then they get wiped clean by the sacrament of baptism, which is what Jesus, I think, can give them through baptism. And then they are ready to... I don't know exactly. Okay, so I Googled a little bit of it, but at first I was thinking like, oh my God, if like babies are going to go to hell, because you know that people who were baptized by this guy have died since before they could correct the error.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, so do these people believe? And some people might, like hardcore, you know, kind of maybe who believe in the really old way of thinking, that people go to hell or even are stuck in limbo. Like if you think your baby who died or your family member who died after being baptized by this guy is stuck in limbo, and all the rest of you go in heaven, and you're not going to be with him or her, even though it's not like a horrible place.
It seems wrong that a baby would go to hell for an error of an adult who is part of the
or just at all,
clergy.
Just by being born and not being baptized. Like, but I think that's why they softened, is because they kind of were like, do we really think that God would do that?
Righteously pursue it.
Yeah. So it has kind of definitely evolved through the years, which was just interesting because for me, I started to think about like the legal ramifications. First of all, are you paying for a baptism? In which case you have some sort of guarantee that like the baptizee is, you know, pure and clean and ready to go to, what is pure and clean? What is that from?
So fresh and so clean.
It's like a company in a show or a movie, Pure and Clean.
Pure and Clean? Black Books?
I don't know. Anyway, so I was like, well, if you're paying for it.
Dirty.
But you don't, most places, it looked like, from the little bit of research I did, that it's very rare to pay, like to have a fee. Although somebody said their church was imposing like a $50 fee.
Are you for real?
Well,
for dunking a baby in some water?
Well,
oh,
and
my goodness.
Okay, so but then most people said, just calm down.
Sorry,
you don't even belong to to any church, so I don't know why you're getting worked up.
My penny pinching nature
Scotsman.
and it's like
$50 for some damn water smeared on a baby's pate.
$50 to dunk a baby? Damn.
I'll do it.
I'm in the wrong business.
Well, you know, newsflash, you can do it. It says a lay person, I think even a non-Catholic person can do it if they have water, intent, and the right phrasing. Get the words right. Clearly, that's the takeaway here.
It's weird that you wouldn't have to be like adorned by the church in some way.
Adorned?
I don't know the words.
That's a funny. I just like you have to put the robe on, and
you wouldn't have to be. You wouldn't
ordained.
Have to be
I think ordained
by the church.
That was cute. Yeah. Sorry.
You're cute in a condescending way. How do you feel about that?
In brackets, in parentheses. He said condescendingly.
I have been to church a couple times.
Only a couple.
Mostly for funerals and weddings, but a couple times I think for prayer.
Well,
and
could you be specific?
For like Sunday
like for
school
a
type things, a service, I guess.
Oh yeah, you got slapped in Sunday school, didn't you?
So I don't know anything about it. And what little I do know is the feeling that the adults there want to torture you.
Yeah, long,
that's what I got.
Uncomfortable clothes.
Yeah.
Boring books.
I could feel
one book.
I could feel that the adults
short pencils with no erasers.
I don't know what you're talking about there. That's like golf. You're thinking about golf.
It's the same. They have
golf and church is not the same.
They have the Bible or the hymn book, or I think it's actually the hymn book in front. Okay, we had my grandparents are Lutheran, so we used to go until my mom finally said, "We're not doing that anymore. We're not that. We're gonna sleep in on Easter and Christmas." So they have like the hymn book, and then they have little fucking pencils. I don't know why I said fucking little short pencils with no erasers. Piss me off. I don't even know what they were for. Maybe you would write
little pencils. You can.
Why would you need a pencil? What are you writing? You're writing for the suggestion box, that thing they pass around. Some people put money, but I put suggestions.
Really?
Do better. Get better pencils.
Use more scope.
Shorter sermons. Better music. Wow. Better cookies and hot chocolate. I don't know.
You got a lot of suggestions for them.
I actually didn't mind church that much. I mean, it was long.
I minded it because I felt like the adults there weren't happy and felt like...
And wanted you not to be happy.
It felt like they wanted me to not be happy.
Yeah.
And...
Don't kick your feet. Sit still. Stop picking your nose. Stand up. Sit down.
And I think I have ADD, so it was especially difficult for me.
Yeah.
Even like funerals as an adult, if you go to like Catholic funerals where they are repeating words, prayers.
Yeah, I don't know what the words are.
But when they're repeating prayers, I'm just like losing my mind because I have such a short attention span. I can't handle it.
And I don't think I've ever been to a Catholic service, but I think I get the impression that they're longer than like a Lutheran service. I mean, because Lutheran, an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
There's a lot of repeated prayers. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing that I think bothered me. I could deal with it if you like continue to speak about other things.
Change it up a bit.
Yeah.
Give me something new to do every time. Mm-hmm. It is torture. I remember I was good. I was always like a pretty calm child, I think. And I could sit still, especially as I got a little older. And then my sister, who's 7 years younger than me, was just fidgeting, kicking her feet and like all things that like they just sit still. Here, they'll give you like maybe you get like a coloring book or you get to play with a little dumb pencil.
Well, and they're expecting you to be like an adult. When, like, okay, a child is going to, especially if they have ADD or they're hyperactive, they're going to want to kick their feet.
But I think that's why a lot of people would send their kid to Sunday school, which maybe would have,
to beat the child out of them?
No, which
you will become a tiny adult.
Children for when the adults are in the adult service, or they'd have daycare or something, childcare.
I went to a Christian daycare, too.
Yeah.
That was weird. I forgot about that one.
How?
There was like an art class, and the lady was like, "Okay, today we're gonna be painting through the eyes of a bean or something."
A bean, like BEAN?
Yeah, and she had like these dry beans that she gave all of us, and she was like,
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say she had dry eyes.
No, dry beans.
Okay.
And she gave everybody beans and.
One bean or more?
One bean each. And she was like...
Wow. What kind of bean?
Be the bean. She actually said, be the bean. And it was the strangest...
This feels like a Matrix thing. Like,
yeah.
There is no spoon. There is no bean.
Uh-huh.
No, there was a bean. You are the bean.
You are the bean? There's no bean. The blue bean or the red bean.
Yeah.
No.
There is no Dana, only bean.
It was kind of the first time I had ever been in a position of...
Hating beans?
No.
Oh.
I didn't hate the beans.
Hating the lady?
No, of not hating anybody.
All right, I'll let you finish.
Keep guessing, though. Keep guessing. What's your next
hating
guess?
Hating God? Hating your parents?
No. It's not hating.
Oh. You told me to keep guessing.
Being concerned that...
Being concerned? Okay.
Being concerned that my parents left me in the care of a crazy person. And that everyone else's parents left them in the care of a crazy person who was saying, be the bean. Mm-hmm. What does the bean feel and think? Paint through the eyes of a bean. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
What was the point of that?
Did they just like pull you off some random bus? Back to the topic we were talking about.
But like, what was the point? Is that somehow to connect you?
It was Sunday
God?
School. I have no idea what was happening.
You're saying that like that's an explanation, but I never had that experience in Sunday school.
It was one of the Sunday schools. One of the other Sunday schools I went to, this lady was like having the kids close their eyes and eat snacks. And I closed my eyes and had cooked fucking celery. All the other kids were getting like grapes and apples.
Like you're supposed to guess or what?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's fun to a person who's unhappy and wants to torture kids.
Wow.
Because I just remember going, what the heck? What is this? I was probably a little brat back then, so I probably deserved it. But still, it was like...
You say that, but you're like the sweetest person I know. I can't imagine you being a bratty child.
I may have reacted like, what the hell?
What the fuck is this, lady?
I may have reacted like that to a church lady.
How did you change to then become like a really incredibly decent, sweet person?
I just grew up. I started
Like
realizing...
you didn't get dropped a lot?
I probably have been dropped. Hasn't every kid been dropped?
I mean on the head. Like,
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
okay.
But,
Okay.
yeah, you know, you grow up and you recognize the patterns of like, oh, that was kind of a jerky thing I did. I'm going to not do that again. You know?
I think you're giving people in general a lot of credit. I think that's kind of rare.
I don't know. I think...
To be a jerk
I think a lot of people...
in the first place and then kind of go, huh.
Not a jerk, but just like thoughtless. Just like...
But the kids are like
blindly...
that. I think sounds like you were like the normal amount of thoughtless kid type.
Okay.
Anyway, sounds like we had some great church experiences. I actually liked church because I liked, I don't know. I was going to say something horrible. I liked seeing my grandparents.
What were you going to say?
No, I'm not going to say it. I liked seeing my grandparents after church because they would sing in the choir. And then we would go.
That was good.
Oh, it's sketties. And then we would go to the reception area, and it smelled like coffee, although it was like probably bad coffee, like dumb percolator coffee. You know, those big old. I don't know if you know. My grandparents still like use like a
drip
percolator.
Forever ones.
Just really weak ass coffee. Like when I went to help them move, I brought that French press and Pete's coffee and made like strong coffee. And my aunt was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much."
French presses are
like,
nice.
That was my priority.
Like instant coffee.
Yeah, that was my
fucking drip ones
priority
are
during that trip. Was we cannot have. No, but they had like it's I think it's called like a percolator. It's not even, but I don't even know what that means. It's not like a coffee pot, which I'm still way happier with.
Coffee pots take forever.
And then I think maybe they just made it weak, and so it was always like bubbling, which was nice. So the smell would be nice, but it was hella weak coffee.
They are people from the Depression, so they're probably a little bit penny pinchy. So they might be like, I'm going to save money. I'm going to do a quarter scoop of coffee.
But then they would come to my mom's house and she would make French press coffee and they'd be like, oh, this coffee's so good. Like, you can have that too. Everyone can have that. Anyway, I digress. So the reception.
I'm gonna kill you.
So the reception was time
That's
was
me
nice.
talking for you.
Yeah, thanks.
That's not me saying I'm gonna kill you.
I know. So I would go see them afterwards, and I was young enough to be like excited about that because, you know, you're still kind of being treated like a kid and not kind of being like lectured as an adult. But anyway, so that was like a nice time. And then usually we'd like go out to breakfast or brunch, or, you know, church would be over. That's like and I think Lutheran churches are not, it's not super austere and strict and like solemn. There's maybe more. It was a nice church. And like the guy who was the pastor for years, he baptized like most of the grandkids and I think our parents and aunts and uncles and stuff. But yeah, we were all baptized. And even I think my aunt and uncle who don't go to church, like we there was a discussion about whether they were going to baptize their kids. And they did. And they get up there and they say, do you like promise to bring this kid up as a good Christian or whatever? And you're like, absolutely. And then like never set foot in a church again. So it's just kind of weird and funny, but it is sort of like, this is a backup just in case. Like I can't have this unbaptized kid walking around out there. So we're all baptized. Yeah, I remember going to my sister's baptism. I had my little Fraggle toy, my little Fraggle plush. It was a boober. The one who goes down a Fraggle Rock. At the end, I had him with me, moral support, while my sister was baptized, because she was the devil. But anyway, so this poor guy, coming back full circle, he resigned because it impacts thousands of baptisms that he performed. I feel like Pope Francis could just come out and say, you know, we're just gonna like make an exception. Do your best going forward. Like you've been a good I don't know. Maybe he's been diddling kids, but you know, he might be like for him to just resign, I don't know. It's like they're not even saying all these babies are going to hell now. I get that you're taking it seriously, but he had the intent. Everyone there had the intent of getting their kid baptized. If the Vatican can make determinations about what's important and not, can they not also make like like have like a little kind of waiver
or like
blanket,
have
like
the Pope get involved and say,
that's what I just said.
oh,
I mean, because like I think the Vatican is like kind of synonymous. It's like saying the White House when you're talking about the president.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So have the Vatican get involved, like you
can say the Pope.
like you said,
Yeah.
and just overrule the whole thing
Right.
and say, God and Jesus say that it's okay. I don't know.
I had a call. I had a private call in my office with God and Jesus.
No. Don't act like I'm stupid here.
Not that you're stupid, but
isn't the Pope supposed to be like the divine connection or whatever? Isn't he supposed to be like the one who is connected closest
he's not Neo from the Matrix. Sorry.
Kind of is though, right?
Well, no, because he's elected by his fellow potential popiates. I think they elect him. I don't know.
You just making up words now?
It's the popiate
Acting
epidemic.
like I'm the dumb one.
There's two dumb people here.
But mostly you.
Moving on. Get your fucking feet off me.
No.
Don't try to pull your affectionate foot thing on me.
I put my foot on her sometimes. On her
very possessively.
It's not possessive.
No, it's not. Just, it's sweet. It's just like a soft little. It's like your foot hand holding my foot hand.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's more complicated than that. I'm not a Catholic. I'm not a religious. I'm not a churchy. But I mean, and like if they make an exception, then where's the line? Like you can't be having these sacraments be all loosey goosey. But it seems
it's a
like
little bit of
it seems like if you're putting your faith in like a church authority and he kind of screws it up, you shouldn't. What?
You're saying we or I. What does that sound? Is that Charlie snoring?
Maybe.
So he's a 25-pound dog, and he snores like an 80-year-old, 200-pound man. Just want to say that.
That is him, isn't it?
That's him.
Yeah, I thought it sounded like when someone's like moving like a metal girder, dragging it across the ground.
Yeah.
Like, mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Oh. Anyway, yeah, I get why they have to take it seriously, but I feel like it was just, I don't know, I was trying to compare it to like a non-religious thing, like a doctor does something wrong or a lawyer, they have malpractice insurance, like.
But confusing we with I is such a small thing, and it's kind of messed up that he felt like he had to resign over such a thing.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if they developed some ritual that would kind of retroactively, amend, or I guess it would, that goes without saying it's retroactive, but, kind of amend those and kind of do a blanket, like how the Pope like does blessings for random shit. I mean,
maybe it is a slippery slope. Like you
definitely,
said.
yeah. But
because once you start like questioning things and allowing things, then it's like you kind of are throwing your whole religion into question.
But then it's kind of like with doctors and lawyers and other kind of certified or licensed professionals where they have to do continuing education to kind of keep up to date, but also to reinforce the important stuff. Like, here's the stuff you cannot get wrong. You have to memorize. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. Maybe they should have done it in 2020 when that other priest, I don't know if it was a bigger deal than this.
You know what should be a big deal to the Catholic Church? We all know. I think we all know what I'm thinking. That should be bigger than this whole bunch of bull crap.
Well, they're working on it, I think. But yeah, I don't know if we want to get into that.
I know, that's why I didn't even want to say it. But, just to make such a big deal out of we versus I mean, what if you could just say he meant I? He meant to say the proper words. He said them wrong, but again, it's not like a magic spell, is it? Well,
I think it is kind of like that. I mean, I think there's like a phrase, what is it called?
But even they even said that if the intent is there,
Oops, sorry.
the intent is there,
Yeah.
Obviously,
It feels like the intent should be a big part of it. Like it was a mistake.
And it's not
he
like
had every intent. Going forward, I guarantee if he ever, if he unresigns, he will never make that mistake again. But I feel like people will not come to that guy to baptize. No, they might, because they'll be like, we feel bad for this guy. Give him a chance. We'll just be watching him very closely to make sure
famous.
He says I. Yeah. But it just seems like there's not a whole lot of damage because it doesn't mean your baby's going to hell. It doesn't even mean your baby's going to limbo. I don't know. I was a little unclear on that, but it just, first of all, if you're being trained, ordained, whatever, how do you miss the significance of the I versus the we?
Maybe.
Like, are you just sloppy? Do you not hear very well?
Maybe he just didn't cover that part. Everybody kind of has pockets of knowledge.
Yeah.
So maybe he's like very knowledgeable in certain areas, and with that, he just missed it.
I guess like so much of the prayers and the sacraments in the Catholic Church, that exact wording is what makes them have their power. And so if you're just kind of changing stuff up or, it's like kind of a big deal to them.
But it's not a major change. It's not like they're saying, I baptize this beast to,
right.
And even that is...
I baptize you to hell!
Mm-hmm. I send this stinky skunk ape to a lifetime of...
You don't like babies, do you?
I'm joking.
I know. Well, but it is kind of significant because it's I, as in Jesus Christ, as opposed to we.
Maybe he felt weird saying I.
Well,
maybe
but that's part of being a priest, is like he's acting through you.
But maybe he just thought it was kind of like, it just kind of feels arrogant. I think it was
just a mistake. I think if he had said that, they would have said, you need to stop that because you're fucking it up.
You know what's weird about that, though?
I'm not going to say that because it just feels too formal. It feels presumptuous.
You know what's weird about that, though? You know what's fucking weird about that shit, though,
what?
huh? You know what's weird about that?
God.
You want to know what's weird about that?
I will kill you.
What is weird about that is... What was I talking about?
No more donuts for you.
What's weird about...
No more Girl Scout cookies? You're cut off. You've had too much sugar.
What's weird about that is they baptize in a group, don't they usually?
Yes.
Don't they usually baptize with like 3 people around them and the parents and like isn't
all that
there a
build
group
up
there?
Was not.
What I'm saying is out of those 1,000 times, there's not somebody to the side that worked with the church that wasn't like, that's a little weird.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
But it took 1,000 times?
Yeah, but he probably does like a few a week.
I'm just saying it's weird for them to just notice now.
Well, I don't think it's like a thing you study in church. I don't think it's a thing you talk about.
Well, there you go. That's how he missed it. Because it's just a minor
No, I mean
little...
the regular congregants, if that's even the word.
I am coming to defend this man.
Yeah, but
as far
has studied.
As that bit
they
goes,
go to like
he's into
seminary
other stuff,
or something. They specifically study. This is their job. This is their vocation. The congregants do it once a week.
Guy.
Well, do you even remember his name?
Something wrong. Arongo.
That was good.
Andres?
Hold on, let me look it up. Maybe.
It's
only because you made that dumb joke that you remember.
You should never guess ethnic names if you're white.
So you just did that.
I did. I did. Was it Andres?
Yes. Oh, now you're saying it with the Spanish inflection?
I fucking got it. I am a super genius.
You lucky. It's only because it was alliteration like Armando Sante.
Andres.
Do you remember that from the Santa Claus? When Tim Allen gets the like hundreds of boxes and it's the list.
Oh yeah.
And he picks it up and he goes, Armando Sante? Because he's like an actor. Oh. But it's A's because he's at the very beginning of the list.
The only thing from that movie I can remember now is Neil's head comes to a point.
That's the only thing?
Yeah, it's the only thing I
challenge you to remember one more thing from that movie.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be like a quote, just a thing.
Santa, spoiler, Santa dies.
Yeah, bites the dust.
Which is a pretty brutal thing to happen in a kid's movie, first off. Hey kids, Santa's dead. But just kidding.
Have a replacement. That guy was asking for it.
And just how the elves just didn't seem to give a shit. They were like, yeah, hey, the new guy's here. They weren't
he
like,
goes to Santa heaven.
well, they just weren't like,
Join the other.
man, that other
Santas.
Santa, like, no time to mourn, I guess. Mm-hmm. Holy shit.
I wonder if it's like when you get a new pope.
I bet he was a jerk.
I bet it's like when you get a new pope. Like no one misses Benedict.
I bet
everyone loves Francis. I bet that prior Santa was Benedict.
That's what I was thinking. That prior Santa was a
before the good era.
He was a jerk because they'll miss Tim Allen when he dies.
Yeah, they will. I wonder who will be next.
I don't know. Only time will tell.
Some prick. Except for Pope Francis telling people to have babies instead of pets. You know, fuck you. I'm just kidding. Not fuck you, but shut up.
Telling people to have babies instead of pets.
We got enough babies. We got plenty of damn babies.
Or how about you say, go adopt a child? Mm-hmm. You know, help.
And while you're at it, adopt a highway.
Help an orphan out.
Yeah.
But no, have more kids, because that's what we need.
Right.
Fucking asshole.
I guess we're changing our tune about Francis. Good old Francis. Anyway,
Is it like...
What?
Is it like bad to... I don't know. Never mind.
Talk ill of the Pope?
Yeah.
The Papa?
Yeah. Are we going to hell now automatically?
Only if you're Catholic or you believe in hell.
I don't know what I believe in. I've never really known what I believe in.
Talked about this before, and that fact that if there is a hell, this is it.
I don't know about that. I mean, have you heard the stuff they talk about happens in hell?
I know, but I'm saying I don't believe that
not
exists.
Happening right now. To us, at least.
Yeah, I'm saying compared to what comes after, which is just eternal peaceful sleep. I mean, I'll if I was conscious, I'd miss you, and Charlie.
How do you know it's peaceful?
Because it's sleep. It's just nothing. That's pretty much what maybe there's some kind of whisper of something, an echo.
You know a lot about this.
No, I'm speculating.
I know. I'm giving you shit.
I'm not sure I miss you now.
What?
I'm just kidding. Don't be hurt. Put your foot on me again.
No.
Did you have any final thoughts about...
You haven't earned the foot.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sure.
Do you have any final thoughts about this? What should we do? Should we forgive this guy? Give him a second chance?
Yeah.
He just has to do some extra studying and recite that damn baptism poem or whatever. I mean, probably if you're in it, you're really upset about it. If you're in that, if you're Catholic, if you really take that stuff seriously, I'm not going to knock it.
Okay.
I'm just not.
Fair enough.
I'm kind of I'm glad I don't.
Yeah, we're not here to shit on people's beliefs.
Most of the time, not.
I mean...
Except for flat earthers and...
Oh yeah, flat earthers. They're a special kind. They don't understand scale. That's their main problem.
That's for another episode, I think.
No, I want to talk about it right now.
No, that's for another episode.
No, there's videos. Let me just say this one thing. There's this video of a guy who claims to be a mathematician, and he takes a globe, like a little model globe of Earth, and he flies this model airplane over it, and he's like, see how I have to dip the nose?
And how big's the airplane?
Exactly. It's the size of fucking Australia. He doesn't seem to understand scale.
Yeah.
None of them do. And I think that's the core issue that they have. Mm-hmm. People going out, I can't see the curve in the earth. Yeah, because you're a fucking speck on the earth's surface. You because of the scale, you are not able to see the curve. And some people claim to be able to see the curve. I don't know. You probably can if you're high enough.
Superman?
If you're high enough, and if they're,
High enough?
You know what I mean.
Or high up
elevated enough.
Oh, okay.
And have enough clear visibility.
Okay.
But I don't know.
I think you do know. You got really worked up about it. Now you're backtracking a little.
No, I'm not backtracking.
I don't know.
I'm just...
I don't know. I mean, but believe what you want to believe,
No.
No, you fucking dumb butts. The earth is round.
It's spherical.
Oh, God. I knew you were going to say that. I knew. You know what I fucking mean.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Binoculars.
I said binoculars. Okay, I said it a lot when I used to think that was what the word was.
I will always have that in my pocket.
I know, you bring it out a lot.
Well, when you're making me feel dumb about saying the earth is round. You know what I mean? I'm sorry.
You say it a lot.
What? The earth is round?
Binoculars.
Oh, it's just shtick or something. Is that the right use of that?
Okay.
All right, let's sign off. Do you have any parting thoughts for Mr. Arango, Reverend, formerly now retired in shame?
I don't have any parting thoughts, but I have some farting shots. I don't know.
Okay, well...
No, I don't.
Thanks, guys. Let us know if you're baptized.
Him.
And,
Yeah,
Are you baptized?
Are you
We're
baptized?
Curious. Are you going to hell? Are you going to limbo? Or are you coming to heaven with us?
What religions are you?
Are you baptized? You're baptized, right?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
I'm circumcised.
Maybe I'll cut that. They're totally different.
Are they?
Yeah, they don't circumcise you at
It's a church thing, though, right?
Not unless you're Jewish.
See, I don't know anything about religion.
I just think it's funny that like they dribble some holy water on your head and then snip your pee-pee all in the same moment in the church.
Bloop, bloop, snip, snip. You're ready to go. Pat you on the head.
Okay, maybe I have to leave that in. Do you want these people to know you're circumcised?
I mean, many people are. I don't really care.
So that makes it okay. I'm just kidding.
Should I not be? Because I can't undo it.
You can't.
I can't get that back. It's gone forever.
Do you know where they put it? Did they keep it like in a jar or something?
No, but actually...
Oh gosh, I don't want to know.
No, I had... My circumcision was done by a
Do you want to do this?
A doctor who successfully did the first monkey heart transplant.
Are you sure? Because I feel like this is a thing, like how my grandma says that our ancestor is Robert Louis Stevenson, which I think is actually true.
Who is that?
He wrote Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and some other stuff.
That'd be a weird one to just make up.
But it's like a thing that people repeat and they say it with such assurance and then they go look it up and it's like, no, that's not. Like, are you sure? Because if you want to put this out on this about your circumcision and your personal medical genital history, and that's not true.
You're scaring me.
I'm just saying.
I wasn't scared at first, and now I'm scared.
It's less worth it if you're putting it out there and that is not a true fact. And your claim to fame about your pee-pee is gone.
I don't really care.
Like the tip of
I mean, it's
your
what my
pee-pee.
parents... It's not the tip. They don't cut
like
the tip off.
Is it all of the...
It's like around the end of the shaft.
Not actually
I don't
the
like...
tip,
I
but-
hate saying shaft.
Yeah.
It's like saying slit or other, words.
Yeah. I
But
feel
yeah, I
like
know it's around the...
I don't actually know how it works, but I don't want to know because I think it'll upset me if I look at it. I thought they
Honestly-
pulled the stuff forward and I guess that's what I meant by the tip.
It's not the tip. It's like the sides toward
But
the end.
but do they not pull it over to...
Probably. I don't know. I don't want to think about it.
All right. So should I cut?
I was just trying to
before?
clarify that it's not the tip.
Okay.
Because that would be like...
I think I just had Archer in my head.
That would
so
be
I just
like the
always want
head.
to say just the tip. Yeah. And you'd be Stumpy, which you're not.
You'd be Stumpy if they took the head off. You'd be Stumpy.
My name's Stumpy, and I'm a stumpy penis man.
Wow. This... You did your eyebrows at me, and I don't know why.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I meant to.
Okay.
Like, hey, hot stuff. No, it's because this
And
beanie.
I'm a stumpy penis man. Eyebrow bounce.
It's because this beanie, I'm constantly adjusting it with my eyebrows and then pulling it down and then
okay.
lifting it up and then
Yeah.
it's just
like, I don't
coincidence.
know what you're trying to convey
But
here.
I don't want to have any part in it. All right. Well, perhaps you should subscribe, comment, tell us if you're circumcised, tell us if you're baptized, tell them if you're...
Tell us.
Tell us if you're... Well, I was
And
trying to think of a
other
third
people.
thing that was ized. If you're cauterized.
Cauterized like a wound?
Sure.
Tell us if your circumcised was cauterized.
And then baptized. And hit the bell.
You don't have to tell us, though. Don't.
But hit the bell.